watching NewsR, and we have an update for you on that terrible attack that happened to 60 Minutes correspondent Lara Logan while she was covering the departure of Hosni Mubarak from Egypt. As you know by now, she was physically attacked and sexually assaulted by a large mob in Tahrir Square as that departure was taking place. Well, we have an update for you first on her condition. We can tell you that she's left hospital and that she's back home with her 2 kids and her husband, where she's recovering, and we're told she's doing well. We can also tell you that the Wall Street Journal has clarified an important fact in this particular case. They report that even though the attack was sexual in nature, Lara Logan was not raped during the assault. However, there are new troubling signs of what happened to Lara Logan and other journalists while they were covering events in Egypt. Here's an interview she did with Charlie Rose before this attack, but after being detained by Egyptian soldiers.
Well, you know, you try to be smart about these things, and yes, I would go back. It would depend entirely on the circumstances. If I could get an interview with Hosni Mubarak, I would go back tomorrow to do that interview. Am I just going to go back and throw myself into the same circumstances? That doesn't seem smart. Our problem, fundamentally, Charlie, was that we didn't have the proper paperwork to be in Egypt as reporters, as journalists. So the excuse for the army, the police, for anybody is always there.
Lara, of course, did get an interview. She got an interview with Wael Ghonim, the Google executive largely credited with starting this uprising. And unfortunately, we know what happened when she went to do that interview. But she did tell Charlie that she had felt threatened and unsafe.
And, you know, it's very easy to look at these things in hindsight and say, oh, well, why didn't you stay? They didn't deport you. The circumstances had fundamentally shifted when they turned us out onto the street after about, I don't know, from 4 in the afternoon till about 8 in the morning. That's a long, long, long night that we spent with them. And there was no question after what we were subjected to that we were not safe and that we were now targeted. And, you know, most dangerous accusations you can have leveled at you are that you're a spy.
What happened to Lara was truly terrifying, but what is also frightening is how much we are not finding out about. It's no longer the journalists are just banned, it seems they're being targeted by regimes across the world who are frightened of the revolutions. And that is making it harder for everyone to find out what really is going on. You're watching NewsR.